Good morning. Welcome to what was once the daily reading and is now going to be a weekly reading, for now at least. You may have noticed that I didn't record any daily readings last week. That's because I've been super busy doing my paid work, which is mainly web design, and I have another great website to design and build for somebody starting this week as well. So I thought I would do you a reading for the week, and in the description I will put the timestamps for each of the cards. So I'm going to draw 3 cards for the week. The first card will cover Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. The second card will cover Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and the third card will cover the Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So each card will overlap, but that's how life is. Things merge and they flow, and we don't just have one set space in time where things happen. They flow together. So for today's reading, I'm going with Alice. A bit of Alice in Wonderland. Can we see that? This is a card deck I've used before by Lucy Cavendish. It's lovely, really great deck. I hope you like my background. Sorry if I go in and out of, I know when I do this look. It moves. I've not used backgrounds before, but I thought I would give it a go. So let us start by asking for guidance for us all for the week, in unconditional love and for the highest good of all. What can the cards tell us for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of this week? Okay, we have you are rare and free. Beautiful card. What are we on? 35. Let's see what Alice has to say. In this guidebook, each card has a little bit that goes with the card from the story, or from either of the stories, Alice in Wonderland or Through the Looking Glass. I'm not on the right page there. What are we on? This is because as you get older, your eyesight gets worse. Line that up for you. Okay, I know what we're on now. 38. So there are not many like you. There are not any like you. Here's the bit from the story. Are there any more people in the garden besides me? Alice said, not choosing to notice Rose's last remark. There's one other flower in the garden that can move about like you, said the rose. I wonder how you do it. Sometimes people will struggle to understand you, and when they have this trouble, they may well try to fit you into one box or another that they are already familiar with. When you are not clearly one thing or the other, when you are a trailblazer, a rebel and a free spirit, you're likely to meet with disapproval. And this is what happens to Alice when the flowers, who know just who they are, cannot classify her. They assume she is just a rather wild flower who would much rather be like them. You too are something of a rare, wild flower. You are a nature child. You are free. You are adventurous. And you just won't behave in ways that others think are right. You may wish to live outside the rules and conventions of society and culture. You are inspired by being your own self and exploring your potential. are unconventional, surprising, different, and people recognize this. Some will say you are wrong to be free or downplay you as a weed, which the other flowers do to Alice. But others, like the sweet bud, will love you. They'll love the fact that you're unique and that you don't fit into any box. A struggle to find places where people accept you or where you feel you fit in is on the cards for the next few days. You must learn to embrace all that makes you different and become the very best you that you can possibly be. You will never be defined, so refuse to comply. Explore the frontiers of the human spirit and know how precious and rare you are. So, the first card of the week is all about being you, truly you, uniquely you, and not caring about the boxes that society has for people. Not caring about really why people don't understand you. It's not your job to worry about why people don't understand you. It's just your job to be you. So let's see what card comes up for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We have the card of, now this is funny because this follows on, it's card 39, uncertainty. Choose who you will become. Now can you see how they merge? We've gone from trying to be our own unique self to that uncertainty we feel, perhaps because somebody has challenged that and we have taken it on board when we shouldn't. The caterpillar and Alice looked at each other for some time in silence. At last the caterpillar took the hookah out of its mouth and addressed her in a languid, sleepy voice. "Who are you?" said the caterpillar. This was not an encouraging opening for a conversation. Alice replied rather shyly, "I hardly know, sir. Just at present, at least, I know who I was when I got up this morning, but I think I must have changed several times since then." When Alice meets the caterpillar, he wants her to tell him who she is, what she is. Alice feels she cannot answer as she is changing so much on her journey through Wonderland. She is unused to being so tall. It feels strange to be so small. But her indecision, sadness and uncertainty are not met with sympathy. Instead, the caterpillar gives her the chance to change herself to a size she feels comfortable with. He does not tell her how she should feel or what size she should be, but he does offer her the keys to self-empowerment by subtly letting her know she can choose her own size with the aid of the mushroom. It's rarely so easy. Empowerment cannot be instantaneously given to you. You can't decide what you want to be and immediately be there. It's a journey. On the way you will make errors of judgment, and it's only through the willingness to learn, experiment, try, fail, retry, and fail again that you will come to understand what must be done to be who you wish to be. Advice on what we must do to be empowered is on offer, but if you expect it to be easy, quick, or something another person does for us, you will soon learn the process is trickier and more arduous. Ultimately, it's far more rewarding than you could ever have thought. So good advice is coming your way from an unexpected quarter. If you try, practice, and are willing to make mistakes, along the way you'll become far more powerful and reach the place you are longing to be. So from that space of feeling like the rare, and true you, the free you. Perhaps you've got up Monday morning with that feeling of wanting to really embrace the world and let the world embrace you as you are. You've got up feeling really positive. But as the week's gone on, people have challenged that, or circumstances have challenged that feeling that you have of who you are, of wanting to show the world the real you, of being vulnerable. And so now you have that feeling of uncertainty. And that's okay. It's not weak to feel uncertain. Uncertainty is just you questioning if you've got it right yet, or if you're doing it right yet, or if you're presenting it right yet, and that it is you. Let's see what comes up for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And so this carries on really nicely. Becoming braver. Resilience, experience, growing stronger, and a fresh perspective. So that uncertainty is going to fade and you are going to become braver in how you show the world who you are and how you accept how the world might not accept you. And again, it's fine if you're not accepted. There's only you that needs to accept you. After a fall such as this, I shall think nothing of tumbling downstairs. How brave they'll all think me at home. Why, I wouldn't say anything about it, even if I fell off the top of the house. Alice is brave, and so are you. With everything that has taken place in your life of late, you have often felt overwhelmed, challenged, and uncertain of whether you could cope with very much more. But you have shown great courage, and perhaps even more wonderfully, you've developed so much resilience. Because of the extreme nature of the events and experiences you've been working with, you will now be able to deal with all manner of circumstance with great calm and stoicism. And this is no small thing. Being challenged in quite radical ways can see some people retreat entirely from life. But you, like Alice, can see one of the aspects of working through adversity is realizing just how much you can do. You have been stretched, pushed, and gone right to the very edges of what you know about yourself. And you have come to know yourself far better, far more deeply than if you'd not had these great and sometimes rather terrible adventures. Most of all, please know these truths. You are strong, you are brave, you are resilient. You have been dignified and graceful and remained curious under the greatest sorts of pressures. This has been in many ways your finest hour, and you will be able to set an example, an amazing example, when life returns to something just a little closer to what most people call normal. So it's been a testing week. The development of strength and resilience through the courageous meeting of challenges that may feel really personal because they're challenges to who you are on a fundamental level. You have demonstrated, though, great character in dealing with these challenges, in realizing that you and only you need to love and accept who you are. The acknowledgement of how much you have learned. Look back at Monday. How much have you gone through? How much have you learned? And how much have you changed? The ability to cope with so many little things due to a great ordeal endured with grace, dignity, and humour. Testing times show true character, and testing times bring your character to the fore. So it's a week all about you, all about the real you, the true you, the you that is the rebel, the you that breaks through those boundaries, the you that doesn't fit into any box. And if you're going through that this week, then you can bet your life there's an awful lot of other people going through the same thing. So be kind. When you look at somebody and realise you're judging them because they don't fit into the box you think they should fit into, remember what you're going through. Accept them for who they are, not for who you think they should be. In this way, people will begin to do the same for you. Have a beautiful week. I hope you enjoyed the reading. All the timestamps are in the description below, including all the places you can find me on the internet. I will see you next week for another weekly reading. Bye for now.